applied for this job because I wanted to cut loose and shake my rump.
Find us on the web at mbradio.us.
I want to make it clear that the views expressed by our hosts are not considered the official stance of MBR Views. Remember, this is all about having fun and enjoying the ride.
Trunbuckles and stogies.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. This is Boss Dog, aka Big Dog, live here on Turnbuckles and Stogies with my co-host, the Vanilla Gorilla, and the OG Cigar Tender. Happy Sunday morning, everybody. Thanks for joining us here live today.
What up, everybody? What's going on?
So, what's everybody doing today, fellas?
What's up? Good morning, guys.
Nothing. Good morning.
So what's everybody smoking? I'm smoking my Bones. Smoking my Bone cigar. CAO Bones. What are you smoking, OG?
Nothing right now. I just woke up.
Ah, come on. Got to smoke something, brother.
I will be lighting up in a second. I'm just we're having trouble over on the Facebook end. Somebody told me, so I'm fixing that right now.
I want to give a shout out to my man, my brother, JD. Just had a baby. Congratulations to Jonathan Drew and his wife.
Way to go. Way to go. Congrats, brother.
Yes. Congratulations.
So I think today we're going to start off with Joey watched it. We're going to start off with AEW's
well, I mean, let's tell them kind of what we've been up to. Hold on. Whoa. We'll tell them what I've been up to, what we've all been up to, just kind of giving them the rundown. Because I've been a little busy lately. I've been on the road a lot the last month or so. Since the last time everybody saw me.
Tell them what we've been doing.
Well, I've actually been on the road traveling to a few different shows. I've been to 2 weeks ago, I believe it was, or 2 weeks ago, I was at the Destiny show in Albany. And then the weekend after that, I was down in Captain Lawrence Brewery in Elmsford. And I was at the Outlaw Wrestling show in the brewery.
Correct. Johnny,
so it's been an interesting couple of weeks. We've gotten a few phone calls. Everybody's asking where we've been. I told them I've been a little busy. I haven't had the time to do this because every weekend I've either been working or I've been on the road. So we are back. We're here. We're hanging out, chilling.
OG, tell us what you did last week. That's why we really didn't do much last week.
Oh, last week I went out to Buffalo. Was hanging out in Buffalo for the weekend. Went out and saw the Buffalo Bills and the New York Giants. Fantastic game, exciting game.
And you had a blast, did you not?
Oh my gosh, I had so much fun. It was a good time. There was just it was off the hook. The Giants, showed up and yeah, they didn't come out with a victory, but damn, they gave Buffalo everything they had, and they had the fans on the edge of their seat the entire game. So
I mean, we
props
did get
to
robbed a few calls, but
the
we'll let that
Giants.
go. We'll let that go. We robbed a few calls, but that's all right.
Well, there was a ton of flags on both sides, and it was from being there in the stadium. Everybody was frustrated with the referees. They couldn't keep those flags in their pocket.
This year in the NFL, and I say every game because I watch college, I watch NFL. There's so many flags in NFL this year. It's unbelievable. It's really unbelievable. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't know what's going on. I don't think I've seen that many flags. I can't recall a season where those referees have been pulling out their flags. And what's up, IG?
What up? What up? What up? We here. Look what I'm smoking. The 6x60 Habano.
By who?
By Tampano Cigars.
Shout out to Tampano, one of our sponsors today. And I say one of them.
Shout out to my man George.
And I want to give a shout out to my new lighter, Joe Bond. For y'all that don't know what it looks like, this shit got a lot.
I'm working on getting the third.
Hold on, let me grab mine.
I'm working on getting your third one now.
I must have misplaced it. Oh, it's probably right with my Tampano cigar too. I don't
actually. I do have
here.
Tampano for you when I see you. I have some of these for you. No, I'm working on getting you one as well. The lady has not been the easiest to deal with.
Yeah.
So I've had to tread lightly.
She's really not.
She did mine. I did tell her there's 3 of us, so I need a third one. She didn't even want to do the second one for me until mine got here, and then I did the reviews. So okay. I had to. I'm working on it though. I'm getting you one.
It's all good, brother. It's all good.
But that's what it looks like.
Nice.
You said I got to do a Google review. So
that's different.
Today, I think today we're gonna start out with Joey watched it. I didn't watch it because my back is killing me. The weather.
Actually, before we get into that, not to cut you off.
All right, here we go.
Before we get into that, let's touch on because this question's been asked a lot to me. This question has been posed to me numerous times for about a year now. When is the Vanilla Gorilla going to get to come out and play?
Uh-oh. We already got that date set.
When is the Vanilla Gorilla going to wrestle? When is he going to come out and play? When is he going to let everybody see him in a ring again? Well, the date has been set. I've gotten the phone call. There's a lot of things in the works. But at the debut show of Recharged on 2/4/24, the Vanilla Gorilla and the Big Dog get to come out and play one more time as the Untouchables. Couldn't tell you who we're against. Don't know. Don't really care. Because we all know it's going to happen in the end anyway.
That's awesome. Congrats, guys. That's fantastic.
Yeah, I might be looking for a manager. I haven't decided yet if I want a manager or not. I don't know.
I got my managerial gear all ready to go just in case they get the call up. Ugh.
A lot of people want to throw that.
But, who am I? I'm only the Big Dog's best friend. But, hey, whatever.
So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna do 2/4/24. Don't know the venue yet. Don't know where it is yet.
I'm gonna assume the guy that owns it is a good friend of mine. Gonna assume it's gonna be somewhere in Connecticut. I'm not sure though, but okay. I would take a gander. And not only that, we did ask because of the way he's doing his promotion. If somewhere in Texas wanted us, we asked him what happens. He looks it up. He tells us on the phone. He looks. He goes,
motherfucker.
Fucking ha, motherfuckers. We're going to Texas.
That means we're getting on a plane. And
I said, sounds good to me. Just let me know.
That's awesome. That's awesome, guys. I'm happy for you. That's fantastic. Looking forward to that. Minimal. Looking forward to being in the seats, rooting you on. maybe throwing some popcorn at you or something.
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if we got drinks, popcorn, chairs. I wouldn't be surprised what gets thrown at me.
Well, when I go to Texas, I don't like Texans, by the way. So.
You love Texas. Everybody loves Texas.
Yeah, I love Texas like I love going to Antarctica in the winter. You know what I mean?
All right, back to AEW. Let's get back
Yes.
on that. Congratulations, guys. That's fantastic. Listen, speaking of AEW, I do have a question for you. So I've been watching AEW more. You're
welcome, by the way.
So let me ask you this, Joey. This is more so for you. I don't know if Big Dog would have input on it, but is that heat between Adam Copeland and Ricky Starks? Is that real?
That's absolutely 100% real. If you read the articles, they went backstage after that apparently and had an argument because those comments were not supposed to be said. Both of them were mad at each other for saying those comments.
Oh, wow.
Telling him he's the midget vanilla version of The Rock.
Oh, wow.
And then, Ricky Starks, it had him on the edge of his seat.
I mean, there was sometimes you can tell when you're watching on TV that there's some real heat there.
I mean, yeah.
And that was what I thought. But then I thought, I don't know, is Adam Copeland that great of an actor?
No,
is that great of a showman that he makes it come across as real?
From what I understand and from what I've read, it's not a work. Yeah, no, it's real.
Let's be honest. Ricky Starks is a good worker.
No, Ricky Starks can cut a hell of a
promo. He's kind of like The Rock. Again, shout out to you, Ricky. Junior Rock. You'll never be The Rock. You might dress like him. You might have took his sunglasses gimmick, but you'll never be like The Rock. So don't get it twisted, buddy. You still got a long way to go in the business. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
So,
but he's very good on the mic.
It's what he does. So,
he's good at what he does. I will tell you that.
So we here live, Turnbuckles and Stogies on Facebook and YouTube. Any questions, just pop them in. We'll answer them to the best of our ability. So I think it's time that we take a break from our sponsors. What do you guys think?
Sounds good to me.
Let's ring that bell.
But either way, guys, it's a good day. It's a great day. It's live. Come interact with us on Facebook. Turnbuckles and Stogies Pod.
With 2 G's.
2 G's.
No, 1 G on Facebook.
Oh, 1 G.
1 G on Facebook. 1 G on. So, sorry guys. I have people asking me they can't find the Facebook page. Maybe it's because they're typing it with A-N-D or they're typing it with 2 G's. I don't know. So I'm communicating to them. I'm still here.
So let us know when we're back.
We're still live, ladies and gentlemen.
Still live.
Okay. Yeah, it is live. Hey, listen, speaking of another question, different same topic, different subject. So there's rumors going around that in Impact that there might be the 6-sided ring coming back.
No.
Have you heard anything?
That's not happening.
It's not happening.
I did read last night. By the way, they're not Impact Wrestling as of January anymore.
They got sold again?
Total nonstop action TNA Wrestling.
Oh,
TNA,
nice.
we're back. January 2024 at Hard to Kill. The 6-sided ring is most likely not coming back because of the fact it is a little harder to work in. The ring does become quite hard because it's not stretched out so much. It's more compact with the 6 sides. The mat is a little stiffer no matter what you do. So would I like to see that come back as a TNA fan from day one? yeah, I want the 6-sided ring, but at the same time, I also understand why they won't put the 6-sided ring back, because of the fact it does take a toll on a lot of the guys' bodies.
Oh wow.
And it's one of those things that, am I glad they're back to TNA? Absolutely. As a TNA fan from day one, yes.
So
yeah, I'm happy about that too.
We're going to touch on something I read yesterday on WWE. So the owner, I can't pronounce his name, but the owner is now giving Triple H.
It's already done.
Full
creative control. Vince is no longer part of the company.
Oh wow.
Yeah, Vince is gone.
That's why you see everything is changing like real rapidly. And now they got to figure out what they're going to do with Jade. They want to put Jade against Bianca Belair.
So actually, I did read the tentative card for WrestleMania. The rumored card is Cody and Roman. Mm-hmm. I think it was Jimmy and Jay. I'm not sure if I remember that one correctly, but I did see their plan for Jade is Jade and Charlotte at 40 in Philly.
Oh wow.
That's the plan.
Because they met in the locker room, and she goes, "I know who you are." She goes, "I know you too."
That's the plan.
Jade. And she goes, "You're Charlotte," and then they went their way.
I like it. Listen, I don't care what people say about Charlotte Flair. I think she's probably the most well-rounded female athlete, if not in wrestling, definitely in the WWE. She's so entertaining. She's got her wrestling and in the ring down pat. She doesn't make mistakes. She's a high flyer, man. She'll go off those top ropes with the best of them. So other people hate Charlotte Flair, but I love her. I think she's a complete athlete.
I'm hoping that pairing Jade with Charlotte, because we all saw her AEW run.
She needs a little work.
It wasn't stellar, her in-ring work by any means. I'm not saying she's bad, believe me, because she's athletic as all hell and strong as fuck. I'm hoping that by putting her with Charlotte brings out what we're all hoping is in there in Jade.
Agreed.
If that makes any sense to you.
Agreed. Yep. Agreed.
Because her.
I mean, I don't know. Charlotte Flair just, for me, is a consummate professional. She really does know how to work the ring. She knows how to really put over her opponent when that needs to be done. Like, I just think everybody that said they hate her, I think they hate her because she's probably, like I said, the most complete female athlete out there.
I'm going to tell you, they hate her, and I'm going to tell you exactly why they hate her. They hate her due to the fact of they brought her in. She ran NXT for, I think, 6 months to a year at most, and then came up to the main roster, shot to the top, and she's basically the female version of her father.
She's why a lot of people hate her. She's better than her father.
They feel that Charlotte should not be as many time champ as she is. And I'm going to be honest, under Vince, after the third or fourth, run kind of back to back, like she didn't have to chase the title again. It definitely got old quick.
Mm-hmm.
So it was like they kind of, when Vince was in charge, and I'm going to say this because, obviously the writers and stuff like that, they wrote their stuff out. Vince can change it. But I'm going to say at the time, Charlotte was probably their biggest megastar as a female. But at the same time, while she was the biggest megastar, there were so many other people that did deserve the title, not just her. So in my opinion, I'm not going to say that she doesn't deserve what she has, because she does. And she also deserves what she has, but at the same time, you have to, while making her the star she was, you had to make other stars in the process.
Totally. Yeah, I totally agree with that. But listen, we got to step aside. We got to pay some bills here. Word from our sponsors.
We're going to send you some commercials, guys. We'll be right back.
We'll be right back in just a few moments. Hang tight.
Hey, it's Michelle from Park Lane Tobacconist. Come on down for a great selection of pipe tobaccos, cigars, accessories, you name it. Come on down and check us out. I want to thank Trunbuckles and Stogies for promoting us on their program, and back to them at MBR Radio.
We are back here live in the studios. We are live in the studios with yourself, Boss Dog, aka Big Dog in the wrestling world. My man, the Vanilla Gorilla, and the man, the myth, the legend, Mr. OG Cigar Tender himself. We here, we sitting down, smoking, having a few coffees. I already had my coffee.
I'm drinking my coffee. I
had my coffee.
It's coffee.
I got coffee right here.
I had my coffee already.
He's got the Keystone coffee.
Yeah.
Yep. So let's talk about a little bit of football. What do you think?
Well, I mean, there's also so let me ask you, because he hasn't watched it yet. I watched it. I missed a little bit of it last night, AEW. But thankfully for the Watch TNT app, I was able to tune into the West Coast feed as soon as the East Coast feed was done and catch what I missed. Did you see after the Guns match, after the Bang Bang Gang, the Bullet Club Gold, did you see that the Devil reappeared on the screen?
I missed that. I did not see that.
After the match, they did the guns up, lights went out, bang, boom, lights go out.
Yeah.
Lights go out. Titantron goes up, and the Devil appears. What up, Coop? Good morning, bro.
What's up, Coop?
The Devil looks different because the Devil's not Adam Cole, because Adam Cole is hurt. Could the Devil be MJF? Yeah. As I dug deeper last night into the wormhole of who it could be, you want me to tell you who that could be? Because I'm not going to tell you who it's going to be. But I will tell you that speculation has it that the rumor is it's the best in the world.
No.
Because CMFTR was just trademarked by Cash and Dax.
Really?
It's what rumor has.
So you think it's FTR?
No.
That would wow, what a...
They're saying if it's Punk, then that means Tony Khan, MJF, Punk have just pulled the biggest fucking swerve in the world.
So that would be
shout out
I will say man. Punk does have an offer extended from Impact to him.
Shout out to
it's very possible.
Bob Finley. Shout out to my man Bob Finley watching.
Bob the cigar guy is watching. My man.
What up?
My man. Shout out for Pez, my man. What's going on?
What's going on?
So I mean, there's so many aspects that Devil could be somebody new debuting. There's also been talks that it's David Finlay from
Man,
Bullet Club in Japan. You know, there's so many options that it could be.
So we just got a thing that says y'all are legit from Bob the Cigar Guy who has his own podcast.
My man Bob, we love you, bro.
We love you, brother.
You are the man. We appreciate
Big Pez.
Big
Shout
Pez,
out to Pez.
you guys, that's a whole
new.
We're gonna have to bring Bob and the Chief on here and have Bob explain that story, because if you weren't there, it won't make any sense. But Jesus Christ, that was fucking hilarious.
Bob, I'm hoping so, brother. I'm hoping so.
I would like to be there. I'm hoping we will.
Well, listen, I gotta tell you though, I'm a huge CM Punk fan from day one. I would be just fucking thrilled if it was.
Listen,
Punk.
And not to cut you off, you know who else is supposed to come back? He's returning from injury. He's very nice, very evil. Who? Mr. Danhausen himself.
Oh, Danhausen.
What? Really? I didn't hear that.
Danhausen.
Bro, they've been airing his vignettes.
Oh, actually,
really?
Because Mick Foley's daughter showed up out of her house.
Yeah.
And she was dressed as Danhausen. When she opened the door, she goes, Danhausen doing? And he goes, oh, Danhausen, I love him.
Yeah, Danhausen is, wow. I don't really, me personally as a fan, I don't sometimes take to those gimmicks. But from the first time I saw Danhausen and seen his gimmick, it was like I instantly, there was just something different about it, because it's not something that's been done before. You know what I mean? Like he's done the face paint. Oh, Glenn's watching. What's up, Glenn? My man, the Glenn.
The Glenn is here. All right.
It's not something that, as we all know, you've watched it for a long time. I've watched it for a long time. Danhausen's gimmick, and I know you can say this, and I know he'll say, because we've had this discussion, it's not something that's been done before. It's not a rerun of a
it's
Warrior gimmick.
It's unique. That's for sure.
Face paint, yes, but he did it in his own way, and it's unique.
Right.
And there's just something that makes me love him so much. I don't know what it is, because I think it's so funny.
Yeah.
I think it's
he's kind of like he's kind of like a hurricane. He's kind of like a hurricane, but more legitimate. But more legitimate than the hurricane.
Yeah, but I will say, and people, and I'm sure you guys will agree with me, yes, there's the mega stars that Danhausen has a chance to work with now. And it's a different era. And I'm not comparing it. But what I will say is Hurricane, he got himself over. Same way Danhausen did.
I'm not saying that he didn't.
No. What I'm not saying he didn't. Is there's megastars of this generation that Danhausen has to work with, right?
Right.
But then if you look at the generation that Hurricane was working with, I mean, at that time, you didn't get any bigger than that. I don't know if you ever will. Because, I mean, he worked with Austin, Rock, Triple H. He worked with the Undertaker. I mean, he worked with the who's who. And that was another gimmick that, as a kid, I fell in love with. I took to the gimmick, like, till this day. When somebody says there's a hurricane coming, I go, stand back. And I grab, like, my cape like this. I used to have the cape. I had the face mask.
I didn't. So let me backtrack a little bit. Let me backtrack. I'm not saying that Hurricane wasn't legitimate. I'm just saying that Danhausen is just a better athlete, in my opinion, than the Hurricane. But that's my opinion.
I mean, you have to also remember too, at that time when Shane Helms came in to WWE, by that point, he had already been wrestling in WCW for what, 6 or 7 years?
Yeah, something like that. 5-6 years.
As Sugar
Matthews,
Shane, you know, and stuff like that. So I mean, he had already had the experience, but you know, as far as the overall, Danhausen is a little he's definitely meant for this generation as far as the stuff he does.
Oh, absolutely.
But as far as like, in my opinion, I think it's two different animals as far as what athleticism is defined as these days. Because even myself, I love the high spots. Don't get me wrong. But I'm a big story guy. And Danhausen has this backstory and you know, all this other stuff that makes people attracted to him. Where back in the ruthless aggression era, we'll call it, when Hurricane came in, you didn't have to have a story. They'd throw you on TV, and because of the era we were in, it would be great.
Well, I think the Hurricane story, not to cut you off, but I think the Hurricane, his character was perfect. It was 180 of what the Attitude Era was, or the Ruthless Aggression
and
era
what the Ruthless Aggression was. Absolutely.
Right. Yes. I misspoke. Ruthless Aggression. I mean, it was completely opposite. And I think that's why people liked it, because you had this hardcore, serious, you know, bloodbath wrestling, and then you had make way, there's a hurricane coming through.
And then when he brought in Rosie as his superhero in training, I mean, you know, there was just so many things. And there's a lot of things that I watched promo-wise, and I think the closest person now to that Ruthless Aggression style promo, and, you know, obviously AEW has a couple, but they're all right. I think right now, probably one of the best promos in the game. And I'm not going to say Eddie because I don't want to be partial, but Eddie has that more of in your face.
How you doing,
where the overall promo style, and again, he gets generational fucking pops when his music hits, and that's LA Knight. I mean, in my opinion, he probably throughout every company, he is probably the best all around promo. And in ring, I mean, he's phenomenal.
I thought he did a great job of face to face with Roman Reigns.
Well, so
I thought that was fantastic.
So you noticed John Cena was in the ring, right? Did you catch what he said in his promo that made John Cena pop?
LA Knight?
Yeah.
I have to think about that conversation now.
Danhausen.
There he is.
Danhausen.
Very nice, very evil.
Very nice, very evil.
Yeah.
You got to give Danhausen all of the monies.
I didn't. Go ahead. I didn't.
So in part of his promo, Roman says something, and he goes, "Talking to me like that is a quick way to get yourself put in a body bag."
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And that's part of Cena's thugonomics entrance.
That's right.
I forgot. Era. And if you look at Cena's face, he's like this when he does it. And he's looking at the crowd, and the crowd popped. So, you know, that was... I didn't catch it at first, and then the more I kept seeing the videos.
Now that you say that,
they showed.
You know what? I got it here on my. Hold on, I'm gonna pull this up on YouTube right now.
Pull it up on YouTube. Look up LA Knight. It should be LA Knight. I want to say maybe under John LA Knight Roman Reigns promo, but just in case everybody doesn't know.
Well, that was just at the whatchamacallit
at Crown Jewel.
Yeah.
Which I'm hoping that he gets it, because I think he's probably the most deserving right now, besides a few other guys.
And that's huge coming from John Cena. Cena said that.
John Cena used that.
I thought it was get yourself put.
That was it. Get yourself put. That's a quick way to get yourself put in the past tense. That was it.
Thanks, Coop.
I couldn't, because he says so many things in that song that LA Knight is used, but that's a quick way to get yourself put in the past tense.
Looking out, brother.
Yeah.
And John Cena popped like nobody else. And at Super, no, it should be Crown Jewel.
You want to be a fourth guy?
Crown Jewel. I'm gonna assume it's the main event of Crown Jewel in Jeddah. It's gonna be LA Knight, versus Roman Reigns for the undisputed Universal title.
Yeah.
Now, if they're smart, personally, I think the bloodline has ran its course.
Yeah.
There he is.
What's up with that? And I'm gonna tell you a story about Joey with the hurricane.
I have a few.
The hurricane showed up here in Poughkeepsie, right? And he was doing an autograph signing. So I had to go to work in White Plains at the time, which is an hour away. So he was up here.
Well, didn't that happen with Ray too?
So Joey got dressed up as the hurricane.
I had the cape and the mask.
And
I have the picture actually somewhere in my house. So I have to get it and post it to the social.
You need to get all your wrestling pictures from a kid and stuff. They need to be readily available for this podcast.
I have them all over the place, but I will find the picture. I will post it to the social media.
I have an album of myself, by the way. So needless to say, we're in the Poughkeepsie Galleria, and who's sitting up on the autograph signing? Sugar Shane Helms, right? So we're sitting there, and he's sitting there, and I go over to him, and I said to the security, "Yo, tell Shane that Big Dog is here." So he looks over, he goes, "What's up, bro?" I said, "Yo, I got my son here. I gotta go to work." And it just so happened that my aunt was there with my grandma and my wife. I said, "I'm gonna leave them here, but get my son on stage." Yo, he took my son up there and sat him in the chair next to him while he was signing autographs.
Now, wow. I don't have a picture of this, but I will tell you, at the Galleria, or actually, it wasn't even the Galleria, it was the South Hills Mall at the time. I can name off a list of people who I've met there, and I have autographs from that. I don't know where they are, but I've met Eugene. I've met the Blackpool legend himself, Mr. William Regal. I've met Batista. I've met Rey Mysterio. I've met Hurricane. And now the next two were probably by far one of my favorite tag teams ever that I've met. And that is Chavo and Eddie.
Time out.
While they were the tag champs, at the time they were the SmackDown tag champs. This is before Eddie died.
You forgot one person.
Who?
You forgot one person.
Who?
And I should slap you in the back of your head.
Who?
My uncle.
I didn't meet him there.
My uncle Captain.
I didn't meet him there. I met him at a totally different place. I didn't meet him through the WWE. I did not meet him through them. I met Chavo and Eddie, and that was probably one of the most times I was so starstruck that I didn't know what to say.
Well, I think you got starstruck when Mom took you to.
Yeah, I did, but that was probably one of the first times I was ever starstruck and had no idea what to say.
So Joey went to an event where he was sitting on the steps of an autograph signing for AJ Styles.
Well, no, it was an autograph signing at Collector's Realm. They had a bunch of people there.
And he was sitting on the steps, and he had on his AJ shirt. And he was sitting on the steps. I wasn't there. I was at work. He was sitting on the steps. Who comes walking up the steps? AJ. He goes, "Hey, kid, nice shirt." My wife said Joey was like this.
Because at the time, this was him in the prime of his TNA run in like 05, 06, 07. You know, Actually, it might even been 04. I would say between that 04 to 07 run when he was NWA champ how many times. At that point, I think he was a 4 or 5-time or 3-time X Division champ, 2-time tag champ. He had just come off of his feud with Joe, I believe it was. So, you know, that was a guy that I watched every week, every Thursday. Every Thursday at the time on TNA TV. So, yeah, of course, that was at the time my favorite. Still is, obviously. But, you know, at that point, that was probably the biggest star that I had met at the time currently that was that over. And that was that big. So, I mean, now, since then, I've crossed paths with, I mean, I can't tell you how many guys. You know, I mean, shoot, what was it, 2 weeks ago or last week when I was down in Outlaw? There was, at that show specifically, on that card was Tommy Dreamer, Little Guido, Bull James,
The Now.
I mean, there was people there that Richard Holiday, I believe, was supposed to be there, but as we all know, card is subject to change. But I mean, and then the week before that, when I was up in Albany, when I had met you and brought you your humidor, Jay Lethal was there.
Yeah, you told me that. Yeah.
Taking pictures
you showed me the picture. Yeah.
He was hanging out, taking pictures with the fans.
Nice.
You know, so it's not unheard of to see some of these guys out there and interact with them. You know, and I actually had a blast watching Guido just antagonize the crowd at the show in the Captain Lawrence Brewery because it was just hilarious. I mean, the people were booing him and he was just laughing at them. He came out to the FBI music. Oh, it was awesome. I had an absolute blast. You know, and I'm looking forward to February myself because it'll be over a year at that point since I've been in the ring in front of the fans.
I think
it's going to be awesome, man. I can't wait to see that.
We're going to have to pay some bills here. And I'm going to tell you this. Hit me with some chairs.
This cigar is really good. And I'm not just
So let's ring that bell and take a commercial break and pay them bills. Can't do this without paying them bills. But anyway, so
Hi, I'm Mike Richmond of the U.S. Department of Veterans Affairs with information on an important free resource for veterans, the VA Health and Benefits app. The tool is like a one-stop shop for veterans. It allows them to view or cancel VA medical appointments, send and receive messages from healthcare providers, and download VA benefit letters to provide veteran status or disability payments. Veterans can also manage existing VA claims, find the closest VA medical centers, and get quick access to the VA crisis line. You can download the Health and Benefits app on your iPhone or at the Google App Store, or wherever you normally get your mobile apps. If you already use this app, please share your feedback on your phone's app store. That's the VA Health and Benefits mobile app. I'm Mike Richmond.
Oh
That's creepy.
What up? We are
that's
back.
Fucking creepy.
Everybody.
That's creepy. Don't do that again, Joey. That's creepy. I'm not going to be able to sleep tonight.
We are back, everybody. But we've talked enough about wrestling this second. So let's touch on some cigars. Okay.
So now, here's just a little memoirs. Here's just some memoirs. Gilbert, Boss Dog, Big Dog, and Little Joey. Tom Brandy, Big Dog.
You're gonna get the hint that I'm in all of these pictures, so he doesn't have to keep saying
Shane
that.
Douglas. Look at that.
The man right there who gave me my start in the squared circle, my man Magic.
We're gonna have him on. You got Bundy.
5 count. Remember
5 count.
5 count. Now, one of those guys in that picture, I don't know who the other one is. One of them is Orlando Jordan.
And who's that? That's
Moolah.
Moolah and Mae Young.
Yep.
A great Moolah.
Franchise.
Is that Nicole Bass?
That's Nicole Bass.
Shout out to Nicole.
The Rock. More of The Rock.
It's me and The Rock down in East New York.
More of The Rock.
Still in East New York when I did a show down there.
And then that's the last one. That's it. Then it's just regular pictures.
Then it's Joey pictures.
Yeah, those are.
That's awesome.
Yeah, there's no more in
Love
there.
it.
I'll take some pictures of the photos I have and I'll post them up on the social media pages so everybody can see. There is no more in there.
No, I'm trying to see if we have the one. We don't.
Right. No, none of them are in there. They're all just regular pictures.
Listen, I got to give a shout out to this picture because she was my biggest supporter and I love her to death. Shout out to my mother-in-law holding my son's title. Shout out to her, my biggest supporter. Miss that woman.
Hey, look, we got another cool lighter that I'm using.
So now let's touch on cigars.
So what I will say is as far as cigars go, the one I'm smoking now is absolutely fantastic. It's the 6x60 Habano Vegas de Jalapa from Tampeño. You know, obviously, the three of us know I do work for them.
I know a guy.
I do
guy that
work
wants to get one.
And I'm not saying this because I work for them. I do thoroughly enjoy these cigars. It's just first thing in the morning, these Habanos are great. I mean, you could smoke them any time of the day, really. They're not expensive. The price goes from, for the Robusto, $8.95 to the Gordo, which is $9.99 depending on where you go. And then the Torpedo side, which I don't have a lot of because they don't really sell here in New York, is $10.95.
Yo, dog. I got a message for you.
I like that. Can I have another? Can I have another?
This thing is just so smooth, man. You know, this thing is absolutely so smooth. And I meant to tell you, but I'll tell you right now, since we're on here.
What are you going to tell me?
Well, I found, so remember how we went to that one lounge and we found the Herrera Esteliz and they were like, you know, $17 for a Toro?
Yeah.
Okay, I have the Norteño, the Herrera Esteli Brazil, and the Habano Herrera Esteli, which is the white with the red writing.
Mm-hmm.
$11.95 by my house.
I might have to Cash App you some money.
Do
you deliver?
I might. And just so everybody knows, there is a new newspaper blend coming. I don't know when, because we got some other projects in the works. But I was on the phone with George the other night, and we were talking, and there is a new newspaper in the works. Now, I told you that everybody knows we have the Connecticut, the Habano, the Maduro, and I think you know, OG, that we have the Ligero as well, which is super strong. We have an all Ligero cigar. Now, the new one coming out is going to be a step down from the Ligero.
Okay.
It's going to be in between the Maduro and the Ligero.
Yeah.
So it's not going to be as strong, but it's not going to be regular. It's not going to be like the Maduro. I don't know what the blend is. I couldn't tell you because I have no idea.
Okay.
Yeah.
But the blend was made while George was away on vacation, and they saved him some. When he came back, he smoked it, and he had 3 or 4, and he didn't fucking save me one. I told him that's fucked up, but that's okay. I'll get him I'll get him when they come in again.
Oh, so someone didn't save you something. That's fucked up, but no one saves me anything, but that's perfectly fine. Okay. And anyway,
I'm smoking a CAO Bones.
I have stuff saved for you. Don't worry about it.
CAO Bones is a really
I'm busting your chop, Joey. You know that.
Oh, I know.
That.
I like my CAO
listen,
Bones.
over here in my Liga Privada,
fuck you.
T52.
Fuck you.
Self-opening humidor. Oh, what am I going to pop open here?
Bitch.
What do I have? Oh, speaking of, look at, well, I got my stupid background thing on.
Let me guess. Is that a 52 or a 9?
52.
Oh, you son of a bitch.
Don't make me go get mine out of my humidor. Mine's been in
Oh, my gosh.
No, you don't have, neither one of us have a 52.
No, I have the one that we got from.
Oh, he's got the H99 League of Pig.
So do I.
All right, you want to play games? I'm going to
Ladies
play
and gentlemen,
games, and I'm going to
before these two children
I'm
argue,
going to play games, and I'm just going to end this now. Don't worry about it.
Before these two children keep arguing,
no, I'm just going to end it. Don't worry.
Derek, what's up, brother? Derek, my man. Yo, shout out to Derek Dukes, one of the guys that used to hang out with us up in NWA New England. My man. Yes, sir.
Hey, I'm just going to end it. It's okay. You don't have this. I got a feral pig from 2018. Game's over. I win.
Derek, what's up, brother? How you doing, my man? Yo, Derek, you got to DM me, bro. We want you on the show, and we need some cigars for you to sponsor us, brother. You got to come on with us.
Oh, I can't find it, Joey.
Now I'm smoking a CAO.
It already.
I'm smoking a
What?
Bones.
Your Liga 10?
No. My boys over at Dice Society gave me some oh damn, I'm drawing a blank. They haven't been made in years.
Probably some opuses.
Shout out to Dice Society, by the way. Shout out to
I'm not saying that and I'm not saying the opuses in a bad way. They are good friends with Fuente, and we all know that. We all know that. The Dice Society, they're all good friends with Fuente. So that's why I'm saying it's probably opuses.
Probably an opus.
I'm not surprised.
So let me ask you guys this. So how do you like us going live on Sunday mornings or Saturday mornings?
I can't lie. I think Sunday mornings are great. I like being live rather than a pre-recorded segment because we get to interact with the fans.
Derek said he's gonna cut a promo for us, brother. Woohoo!
We interact with the fans. We interact with you guys.
That was not me flipping you off, Derek. That was just my I didn't mean to do that.
We just get to sit here, have a good time, talk, hang out, and you guys ask any questions you want, ask away. I mean, and I did actually find some more pictures that from my debut last year that were shared that I wasn't paying attention to when I got them.
Cool, I appreciate you, brother. He said he thinks it's great. Coop, my brother, thank you. I appreciate you.
Absolutely. Let me see. So our
more views.
Our technical producer on the other side that you guys don't see, just let us know that
it's break time.
We get more views when we're live.
Yes.
So we'll just have to go live from now on.
That's what I say.
Let me see. I'm gonna pull up the pictures.
Maybe next Sunday we're gonna go live from Park Lane. We might the next Sunday we can't. Next Sunday we're gonna be at J&R's.
I'm gonna try to be at J&R's.
Well, if not, I can go live at J&R's.
So it's a little dark. This picture's a little dark, but if you see right there in the back, you see me. I'm just sitting there with my feet crossed, chilling out. You know, just letting them know, hey, I'm still here, and you're not gonna do nothing.
You know what
about it.
I think that we should show them. And
then there you go. There's another better picture.
Yeah, brother.
As you can see, there's you see the guy
Derek,
right
I'm
there.
gonna send you my personal number.
He looks like Disco Inferno.
Derek,
but had a chain like Run DMC
Derek.
When he came out.
I'm gonna send you my personal phone number, Dukes.
I wasn't sure how he dressed. I wasn't sure what to call him. His name was Disco Dave, but I think he was more like a fake.
First of all, he came out. He had on big gold chains. Okay, he had on a Run DMC chains, which shout out to my boys from Queens, Run DMC, who I grew up with and hung out with. Shout out to them. He came out with their chains. Okay, he came out dressing like Disco Inferno, and then wrestled. He wrestled like I don't know.
He wasn't bad.
He wasn't bad, but. Dude, you're either Disco Inferno or Run DMC.
So
pick your choice.
I will say that yes, we did have fun with that, and one of the commentator, who was also the ring announcer, we got of course, us being us, we got the crowd chanting Disco Inferno. So the commentator makes a smart ass comment and says, "If Disco was here, then nobody would get paid, brother. He'd take the whole purse."
That's awesome.
But yeah,
That's
I mean,
awesome.
you know, I'm looking forward to working with Recharged and
Give me 1 second.
my man Vlad.
Right now. X8 if we can get somebody on if I can.
Probably not. No, you're not gonna be able to.
Why?
Because it's still we're not gonna be able to get anybody on. But you know,
well, Derek just said, was he the shit? Well, Derek, listen, if my son shows you the video of another guy that if he would have threw the kid any further, the announcer was the best because, you know, Derek, you know our gimmicks, you know how we work, you know, you've been there with me. You've seen me power bomb somebody. Now, my son, 6'6", 350 pounds. Yo,
probably less than that now.
Show him the video. Put it up there. Show him the video of you power bombing this kid. The announcer, Derek, said, "Oh my God, that kid got a room in his mother's basement." I got it.
No, I have it right here. Relax.
So yeah, so Derek, you know how it goes.
Just to
if y'all want to listen, y'all want to come in, Derek, hit the call us, Derek.
Well, no, he's not gonna be able to.
Yeah, he can. He just put it up. They just put up the number. Derek, call this 720 number.
You can call into the show.
Call into the show.
So for everybody watching, here we go.
Call into the show.
It's a little bright, but that's me. Here we go. Ready, and see ya. No, but listen, man, big shout out to those guys. I mean, that kid took an ass whooping, and I will gladly say that he did a hell of a job. The kid took an ass whooping and still.
Yeah, he was the jizzle shits.
No, I've seen those guys.
He said he was the jizzle shits.
No, I've seen those guys. Those guys are not even close to that.
Anybody want to call into the show? Call that number.
Yeah, call into the number in the comments.
Coop, call into the comments, Coop.
Call in, talk to us, let us know. Come hang out with us. Ask questions.
He said, "Look good." Derek is my man.
I'm just saying.
Together.
I'm just saying. I mean,
yo,
you know.
Dukes, you the man, Dukes.
What? Okay.
So we're gonna take a commercial break, and all I gotta say is this: yo, ring that bell, and that's it. Yo, I agree. This is better, bro. We got a lot more views.
I'm liking this live stuff, guys. We're gonna have.
He sits on his bed with his gun in his hand. He thinks his life is over, he can't understand. A bottle of whiskey and some pills in the drawer. He doesn't wanna hurt himself or hurt anymore. Why must it be this way? Just think it all over and listen to the words I say. You are not alone. There are so many people who fight with their demons each day. 'Cause you are not alone. So take my hand, brother, let's beat this together today. You're not alone. She picks up the clothes that fall loose on the floor. She finds a crumpled letter just behind the door. Begins to read it with tears in her eyes. A horrible feeling takes over inside. Says, honey, can I talk to you? There has to be something that we can do. You are not alone. There are so many people who fight with their demons each day. 'Cause you are not alone. So take my hand, baby, let's beat this together today. You're not alone. Ooh, you're not alone. 'Cause you are not alone. There are millions of people who fight with their demons each day. Yeah. And you are not alone. So take my hand, son, let's beat this together today. You are not alone. You're not alone. You're not alone. Sits on his bed with his gun in his hand. He puts it away, 'cause now he understands.
Form and have good friends with Jack.
You can go that way if you want. But we are here, fellas. We are back, you some bitches. We're back. He stepped away. He's on a phone call. He's working on something right now for us. So we'll share it when we get off of here. We'll talk to you after this. But we're gonna have some fun. We're gonna have some fun. This live is great. I'm enjoying this. I hope you guys are enjoying the content we're giving you today. Now I know it's all over the place, but we all know how this thing works. You go off on a tangent, you forget what you were gonna say. Just gotta go with it and roll. As I've been told from day one in the business, you roll with the punches. You go with the flow. If the people like what we're talking about, then we're gonna keep it this way. If they don't like it, then we're gonna change it. But I will say, if you guys haven't had the Vegas de Jalapas by Tampano, I'll post a link to our Facebook. I'll post you can DM the Instagram page. I'll get you the link directly. If that's what you want, you let me know. You want to try them. Oh, and I meant to tell you last night. I didn't tell you that. I forgot to tell you last night, OG. I was on the Zoom herf with the Ashholes. And and Miss you've seen her before, Miss Queen B, Hawaiian Queen B. She was smoking the newspaper Connecticut Lancero. She asked me how it was. I said, well, I'll tell you what, I gave it to
nice.
I gave it to OG in a Toro. I said, and he looked at me like I was crazy. I said he looked at me like I was crazy, and when he smoked it, he had the same reaction you did and went, holy shit.
Yeah.
Because one of the guys,
if you haven't had one, you got to get one.
If you haven't had any of the newspaper line, but that Connecticut is something that I smoke 95% of the time. I smoke full bodies, and everybody that follows me on Instagram knows that. I mean, yesterday, I believe it was, or the day before, I started off my day with the Herrera Esteli Brazilian. So, like, I wake up and I'll smoke a Maduro. I'll smoke a full body. So I'm always smoking something strong for the most part, but I got to go to work at 12 today. So I didn't want to go. I didn't want to go too full body this morning because, I want to not fall asleep while I'm working. But I mean, does anybody got any questions for us?
Yeah, usually full body charge me up though.
Oh, you know what, Coop?
Usually I have a full body and I'm charged, man. It juices me.
Fuck you! I am waiting for shit.
It's like the.
I mean, yeah, there are times I have a full body and I'm wide awake like a motherfucker, and then there's times where I smoke a full body and at night, and you saw this when we were in when we came up that weekend and stayed up there. You saw when we went back to the hotel, I was in the room smoking a full body, and you saw I smoked that and I was like this, ending my night. Like,
yeah.
There's times.
Yeah, but you guys were up. You guys were up for hours though too. So
yeah, I mean, there are times at the end of the night where I'll smoke a full body and I'll be wired, and then there's times I'll smoke a full body and I'll be half asleep. The other night I got home from work at 9:30, and you'll appreciate this because you'll appreciate my hard work and dedication. I lit up a 770 Lunatic at 10 o'clock at night.
Nice.
You'll appreciate that. I didn't finish it. I tried commit to finishing it, but my body was just not.
I'm good for a lunatic anytime.
I was sitting in my chair like this.
I'm good for a lunatic anytime.
Normally, I'm good for a lunatic, but I had gotten up, I think, at 7 or 7:30 that morning. I did a bunch of running around during the day.
Yep.
I went to work from 4:30 to 9, and then I sat down. I was on the phone with George, and I was smoking the lunatic, and then it got to the point where, like, I just got so tired. I don't know if it was from the cigar, or I'm going to assume it was probably my body just fully being relaxed while smoking. Coop said, yes, lunatics, my man. Oh, that dude is, man, listen, let me tell you something about me and Coop. There was a point in time where we would buy, well, he still does, but both of us would buy big ring gauges, 67 or 70, 80 plus, and we would like, I would give him some, he would give me some. We even went as far as, and Coop will remember this, we ordered a cigar from Michigan called the Big Simona. It was 110 ring gauge.
Oh my God.
It was 110 ring gauge. It was called the Big Simona. It was 110 ring gauge. It was only made for Wild Bill's in Michigan, and we had to order it. It was 25 a stick or 20 a stick.
That's not bad.
And bro, that cigar, if H,
Smoke that
so,
bitch.
so if H wants to pop that comment on the screen, it says smoke that bitch.
Yo, so I got to give a shout out.
We did smoke that bitch too. We smoked that bitch that day.
Yo, I got to give a shout out to my man Derek Dukes. Just got off the phone with him. Yo, shout out to Espinoza and my man Jack Tarano. Yo, they're going to be on here real soon. I'm not giving you a date,
Awesome.
but real soon we're going to have them on here. And I got some things in the working for next year. It's really, really big.
So on that note, everybody, we're gonna get ready to wrap this up here.
So let me say, so as we wrap this up, I want to give a couple shout outs here. First of all, first and foremost to MBR. Thanks for hosting us. We greatly appreciate you guys. To our producer H. Listen, man, we'd be nothing without your brother. Welcome back. We love you, man. And most importantly, if you're a veteran and you're going through some hard times, you've got something heavy on you, and you're not walking alone, brothers and sisters. All you got to do is pick up that phone, either dial 988 or text 988, and they will get you in touch with somebody that can help you. So to all my brothers and sisters out there that are veterans and regular servicemen and women, thank you so much for all you've done, for all you do, and for everything you will do for us in the future. Greatly, greatly appreciated.
And shout out to Mental Health Month. Shout out to the first responders. Shout out, and I want to give a shout out, and I don't never do this. I want to give a shout out to everything that's going on the other side of the world. I hope it all works out. God bless the people that are over there fighting. God bless everybody. Hope you get your family and friends back.
Yes.
We're here at MBR Radio, Turnbuckles and Stogies. We are not just about cigars and wrestling. We are about all over the world. And you know what? My wife will tell you I'm a politician by heart. And you know what? Some of these politicians can go fuck themselves. And shout out to them. Eat a bag of dicks.
We have now entered the final minutes of Rated R Turnbuckles and Stogies.
Now,
all right, guys. Listen, from the OG,
see y'all next Sunday.
I appreciate you guys. Listen, I'll be in touch with you guys. Joey, boss, you guys have a fantastic Sunday.
You as well.
Go Bills, go 49ers.
Go Giants, baby, 1 o'clock.
And make sure you guys smoke some great cigars today. Because
put some smoke
any
in
cigar.
The air.
Oh, wait,
let me tell you. Hold on.
Oh, my brother. Testify from Derek Dukes.
Go enjoy your great cigars. Any cigar that you smoke is a great cigar, no matter what your palate is. If you smoke $2 cigars, if you smoke $100 cigars,
what if you smoke that gold cigar, that $1 million cigar?
Enjoy it. It's still a good cigar either way, one way or another. enjoy your cigars today, ladies and gentlemen. This has been a live episode of Turnbuckles and Stogies with the Vanilla Gorilla, the Big Dog, and the OG. Peace.
Out.
That's the show for today, everyone. Thanks for listening. We'll be back next week with an all-new show. And remember, you can listen to us again and again. The podcast of this radio show is available right after we go off the air tonight, anywhere that you can get your podcast episodes. And thanks for joining us today. I'd like to take a moment to talk about something